You like what we've done, but you know that he'll be better, he'll be more suited, he'll be more prepared. It's tough during the regular season to prepare for offenses and defenses at times. So when you have time to prepare for it, usually that guy will be better against whatever you do, and we have to be better in what we do. But there's always adjustments, and you're ready for them.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel as good as you possibly can. I think everybody says you can't find one person who's 100% now at this point of the season, but the one thing that we do have right now is health, and everybody will be on the court.
Today's a bit better. I've been in a walking boot the last 48 hours, and ice and ibuprofen is about all you can do. But it's getting better.
Well, it's a concern. I don't know yet if it's a big concern yet. I think we'll figure it out when we get closer to Sunday. Obviously, he means a lot to what we do, so you want him to be at full strength, You don't want him to lose another step.
Yeah, it happened on my awesome hesitation move at the end of the second quarter. I just jumped off my right foot, and when I came down, I just felt some pain pretty much immediately on landing in my left foot.
Those guys, Dame and CJ, had outstanding years. Their team goes as they go. So, like I always say, my late coach Skip Process said it's a team game played by individuals. So we got to do our part.
We blitzed him a lot during the regular season, and even sometimes when we blitz him, he's able to anticipate that, and so he was able to split sometimes and get in the paint and make plays and make shots. The other thing that hurt us was his deep threes, especially in like a delayed transition. He's kind of his dribble up threes. So even though we were effective, he still hurt us at times, and specifically one game up there, he really got it going in the fourth quarter. I believe that was the game we lost. Yeah, and so that was why we had some success.
Just pray that he missed shots. Chris Paul is a pretty damn good defender. We got two guards. Him and Austin are long, big, tough, and they're both really good defensive guards. I think that helps.
But to be honest, their bigs are really what killed us. So if we talk about kind of key matchups, it's got to be sort of our entire defensive group against their bigs on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they destroyed us on the glass, and Plumlee had his two best games offensively against us. Davis is, if he just sends his stats against us, Davis is going to make the max.
We didn't do a great job of that in any of the games we played against them, so I think that'll be a big key.
We do a lot of things defensively against their guards, which allows their bigs to run to the glass, but we can do a better job. We have to, or we won't win the series.
Maul had an unbelievable year. I was talking to Maul about it. I saw somewhere where somebody had pictures of him over the course of his career. And I actually have seen pictures of me over the course of my career, and I see how much I've changed since New Orleans days and stuff. And Jamal's been the same. He still looks now like he did when he came into the league, which is crazy. He like Benjamin Button.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can still walk at 36, and he's out there playing, 30 minutes a game and getting shots up. It is impressive, his longevity. Especially given how much he plays during the summer and hoops during the summer. So it's really, it's an everyday, year-round thing for him. But he loves the game, and it's been fun to be his teammate for the last few years.
He didn't have a great playoffs last year, but he had a great regular season. And so you knew he still had it. You knew he could win games for you. And I think he's gotten better this year. I think he's had a better year this year than last year for us. And I expect him to carry that through the playoffs.
Yeah, I would say as much as the rest is beneficial physically, I think rest can be even more beneficial from a mental and emotional aspect. So in terms of energy, rejuvenation, I feel great, and I think all the guys that were able to take advantage of that rest feel the same way.
The rest part was good for sure. That was really good for us. Obviously not getting Blake as soon as we thought was the only downside to that, because we still have to give him rest even when he came back. I mean, he missed 2 games and then didn't play in 4. But there was no way around that. So that would be the only thing that didn't work out the way it's planned, but everything else was pretty good.
Sometimes you got to miss the court in the game and stuff like that. I had a conversation with Armand Hill about it, so I guess we'll see.
You know, I don't know, Howard. I would say that it's probably more Blake just trying to adjust to being Blake again, you know, more than us trying to.
I'm sure, 5 is the highest seed they can get, so it had to be the matchup they wanted. So it is what it is.
No, I don't care about all that stuff. They should want us. I mean, really, we're the 4th seed. Why would you want 1, 2, or 3? Even you went to school. You can figure that out. Yeah. I mean, but honestly, if I was a team that wasn't 1, 2, or 3, and I had to, no. At the end of the day, you're either going to win the series or not. And you win the series, whether they wanted to play or not, really wouldn't matter.
We played teams that were still fighting for seeding, and we played a few teams that their season was kind of over, but we finished the season pretty strong despite having not played in a lot of fourth quarters. I mean, even we played a great Boston team at home and didn't play in the fourth quarter. So I think our team is in a good spot right now in terms of clicking, and maybe some of that is rest, and some of that is just us playing well and being so far ahead we haven't had to play fourth.
Did last year ever come up in your mind? Do you use that?
I'll use it in the fact that I thought our mental approach changed. I go back to, and I may be wrong, we may have 1 tech, but I think 0 in the San Antonio series, and we had 7 in the Houston series, and I just thought that was a change of focus. You can't have that. That's a fatal flaw in the playoffs. When you start changing your focus, you usually lose at some point, and we did.
It's all about right now. It's not about the games that we played them this year. It's about what happens, throughout the series.
This is a tougher team. I think we're deeper, clearly. I mean, we're too deep in some ways, but I've never found that to be a problem, I can tell you that. But I just think we're a tougher team mentally. Maybe from what we went through, or maybe that's just this makeup of this group.
Sorry, Doc's getting antsy. I think that there might be a time during the playoffs where we do draw on that, but that's not really our focus right now.